Hi everyone, Edwin here, and today I want to talk to you about auto insurance. The idea of insurance is a part of your financial plan, but it's more of the financial defense in your plan. And in this case, we're going to be discussing about it from the perspective of auto. So when you first get an auto insurance policy, or even when you get an auto insurance quote, you tend to see a paper, it's got a bunch of terms on it, they don't make all the sense in the world, or they just send it out or you get it online, and there's no real explanation as to what it is exactly. Let me break it down for you. The most common term that you see is the word bodily injury. Bodily injury is coverage not for you, but for the other person. Bodily injury is medical coverage for someone else if you cause an accident and they get injured and you're held responsible for their medical payments. That bodily injury coverage is going to pay out for their injuries. Then you have what's called property damage coverage. And the idea there is that property damage is if you damage someone else's vehicle, you hit their house, you hit their fence, a pole, whatever you could possibly hit with your car. That's not a living thing or a person mainly. That's considered property damage. And so it's coverage to repair or replace that damaged property so that no one can come after you legally and say you need to pay for this. Your insurance will pay for it. The next item that you'll come across is something called uninsured or underinsured motorists. Certain states have different phrasing, but it's essentially similar. I won't call it the same thing, but it's very similar. And the idea is that if bodily injury was your payment for someone else's damages, uninsured motorist is the payment for yourself in the event that somebody else hurts you and they don't have enough bodily injury coverage to take care of your injury. Most states have a bodily injury limit. I happen to be in the state where that is not the case. But uninsured or underinsured motorists, UM for short, we'll go with UM from here on, but UM coverage helps to make sure that if somebody else has whatever your state minimum limits are, you can get hit by them. It stinks that it happened, but you know that if their policy falls flat or if they don't have insurance, which could be an even bigger problem, at least your policy has something to cover you for that damage, for that injury, so that you can go to the doctor and not have to wait on the other person's auto insurance policy to kick in that case. Okay, next up we have what's called comprehensive and collision coverage. These two are separate items, but they tend to go hand in hand a lot. This is coverage for your vehicle. This is in the event that your vehicle is damaged and you have to be the one responsible for its repair, whether that's because you caused the accident or because the other person who may have caused the accident doesn't have insurance and doesn't have the property damage coverage needed to repair your vehicle. Usually the comp and collision has a deductible tied to it. It could be $100, $250, $500,000, it could be higher, it could be anything in between. But the difference, comprehensive coverage anything that's not accident related. So think fire, theft, flooding type damage, natural disasters, those type of things where there wasn't an actual accident involved. That's your comprehensive damage. Collision is where you have an actual accident that takes place, and collision coverage can kick in either if you're at fault in an accident and need to pay for your own repairs, or if someone else is involved and they don't have the coverage needed to cover your vehicle. Two optional items that you'll see from time to time, you'll see rental car coverage or some variation of it, and you'll see roadside assistance and some variation of it. And honestly, these are completely optional items. They're just little perks, that way if you're stuck on the side of the road, you have roadside assistance coverage. Or for the rental car coverage, if you are in an accident, your car has to go to the shop, and you need a rental car while your car is being repaired due to that covered claim, that's when the rental car coverage kicks in order for you to be able to rent a vehicle with the insurance company paying out for it. All right, I'm gonna read this part now. If you found this information useful, please remember that yes, I am a licensed insurance agent, but I'm also a random guy on the internet. So please reach out to your local agent in your area for details about your specific needs. Also, click like, subscribe wherever they show up here on the screen here. And for more, subscribe from that. Click like, subscribe. This is all new. Click like, subscribe, click like wherever it is. Click subscribe wherever it is. And enjoy the next video that YouTube decides is good for you to watch, because that would be awesome.